What up? We are back again for, man, an epic game 2 now. JUGA versus Dyer. If you guys missed game 1, it was fantastic. Dyer is up now 1-0 over JUGA. It is a best-of-3 format in the semifinals of the Farmers League Briggs. That's 5 minutes to go right there. Spadge, we're with my co-caster Spadge and me. My name is Shock. So here we go. What's going on, Spadge?
Yeah, pumped for this round. I think we're going for some fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that first game was insane. So I'm like super giddy right now. I just get real giddy over this stuff. It just
Yeah, that was one of the best rounds I think I've ever seen between these two teams, and it's good to see Dyer finally get a win against JUGA because they've bashed their heads so long and so hard against that team, and finally to get one up on them. But now they've got to back it up, and that's going to be pretty tough for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking at the Wocook shipping match on or map on Amerish. So another kind of straightforward map. You see the Sunderers, they're kind of on the top sides right now, the northwest and the northeast sides. They're near the towers. So the towers are actually off limits for enemy teams to go to kind of stand up there and camp. So they won't be doing that. The point is actually underneath, and I'm going to go look at that here for you guys. This is their start. This is JUGA right now, being JUGA and firing away at their rockets from their Sunderers. So anyway, the point room kind of goes down into a small corridor here, and I want to just point out this two-story building they have here with this nice roof. This roof under the tree is actually a really good spot for light assaults to stay. I'm not sure if we have a lot of that on Briggs Farmers League Spadge, but I know a lot of light assaults kind of like to be on that roof of that middle building outside of the point area.
Yeah, I reckon we're going to see that. We've had Calopix who plays on the Gab team. He really utilised that roof probably more than anyone, but I'd say we're going to see Captain Thirsty up on that roof tangling with the light assault that JUGA's going to put out against him.
Captain Thirsty quickly becoming my favorite player right now. This guy is so much fun to watch. Anyway, going into this corridor here, we see the point room is underneath, so we're going to see a lot of a lot of close quarters weapons. So cyclones from the NC, probably some shotguns from the TR here going to be coming out. Possible max play. You know what? One of the things I don't know too much about, again, with Briggs League is how many maxes do you guys pull? I know Dyer actually pulled a really critical max last round. Do you think this could happen again underneath this 8-point area?
Definitely, especially if Dyer loses control. They're going to want to throw a scat max in there pretty hard because it's a tough sort of thing to play against here because you can easily cover the max with your own team members. So you just use meat shields. Rocket kills don't matter when you kill an infantryman, so you just almost use your own infantry around that max as just a complete shield, eat the rockets, and then let that hack max just absolutely destroy the enemy team and pick up some points. Secure the point, redeploy, safe, all done. So I definitely think we're going to see some maxes here.
Well, yeah, no, I can't wait. I love it when maxes come into play in Farmers League. They are a lot of fun to watch.
Thunk.
Yeah, clomp, 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 as we like to say. So I'm going with the rosters now. There was a bit of a roster change here for JUGA. In for who was it there? In for Nine Fingers was Yod now. So Yod is in. Is that gonna affect JUGA's performance in this match?
Absolutely. Yod's probably one of the best players on that roster immediately. He's a plug-and-play kind of guy, really effective, and he is going to be a light assault. I would bet 90% that he's going to be the light assault going up against Captain Thirsty, and I reckon that he can really tangle with him, and if he can shut down Captain Thirsty, then it's going to be a complete different playstyle and complete different scoreboard from JUGA. I think he's a really crucial swap.
Okay, and I agree with you. You know, of all I've actually heard about Yod, I heard a lot about him when we were kind of doing pre-production, is that he is a really good player for JUGA. And actually, when he got subbed out, it was a little bit surprising to kind of start this game off. So that's the minute to go mark, and I'm just going to start running the script, and let's get this thing going, shall we? All right.
I think Yod was stuck in some Brisbane traffic, so good on him for finally making it.
I gotcha. A little bit of a little traffic coming home from work there.
Yeah.
So well, that's good. He is back, Yod, for JUGA. He has been subbed in. No subs for Dyer, so it's going to be the same roster. And the player we're going to be watching, Captain Thirsty, that guy is a beast. And there's the day-night cycle switch. I love that admin ability. I didn't know we had that now. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so
Not when you give it to Chris, though. He ends up just flipping it non-stop. Ends up like a bit of a disco.
making the sun going around the sky just non-stop. Yeah, it's like a 2-second day.
Rave party.
And there you go. Or I'm going to start from the JUGA Sunderer again, and here we go. We have 15 minutes left in the half. 14:59. I love it when that ticker goes off. The suicide has happened from our lead referee, and here we go. JUGA coming in. They've got 1 infiltrator. They've got 5, it looks like, heavy. No, they've got 4 heavies, 1 light assault, 1 infiltrator as their early build here. They're going to send 2 guys in under these corridors here to the point. It's going to be Exo set. He's going to be leading the way, but where is Dyer right now? Are they just kind of playing back a little bit?
They must be. Yod gets in and picks up first blood, so already making an impact.
Yeah, he is. And nice little double kill there, and we get to... Wow.
Team kill.
That's the team kill.
That's
Captain
bad.
Thirsty, our X-Factor player, getting a team kill on Ghost Marine 101. That's unfortunate of a start. JUGA, again, with another phenomenal start. And let's see if they can hold on.
There.
Yeah,
Thirsty making up for himself a little bit. Manages to kill Yod, but he's got a bit of a hill to climb now.
Yes, he does. So 4-3 right now. Dyer, unfortunately, had a rough TK there. And remember, people who are new to Farmers League format, a team kill is worth -5 points to your team's overall score. So not a good thing to do in a game, in a match that's determined on total score to win. So Dyer actually is able to kind of overcome, though. You look at Helix and Daito are or Daitko. I can't say
Daitoku.
Daitoku. There we go. I'm like a terrible name pronunciator. Daitoku. He's at 6. So you get Helix at 8 right now. So you're looking at a nice little comeback here from Dyer, from those players. Good to see that from them. But yeah, that team kill is going to definitely hurt early. And it's kind of an interesting strategy we've got going on. There's like no action at all. Dyer just sitting in this 2-story building. Sorry, everybody. It's 2 minutes into the match and 7-6. Extremely boring.
Opening.
Right.
After the team kill, I think Dyer's just sort of gathering themselves and going, okay, boys, let's not let that happen again.
Right.
Do it a little bit controlled. Spread out. Blue is good. Red is bad.
Right. Yeah, it's like shoot red guys right now. Just stay in the building. Wait for the 2-minute mark. They're probably, I would assume, going to be making a push here. And I wonder why they are waiting. It's kind of a weird strategy right now.
Captain Thirsty is up on that 2-story roof that you were talking about. He's about to get looked at by Yod. He's coming up.
Here we go. He's coming down, and the other one's going down. They trade positions. Yod now at the top, trying to get a kill here. Jack Matt's going to go against Ghost Marine. Ghost Marine does get the kill, and they do get a couple kills. Let's see if the push will happen. Exoset going down to Garrison, a snipe attempt there on, that's Helix's life, but it doesn't go off. Helix getting a nice kill on Exoset, and here they go. There's the push, like we were kind of saying, 2 minutes to go, and finally some action. A shotgun, as I was predicting earlier. Bully Man 4.
Got a lot of Jugga guys.
Bully Man, Bully M4N. What a terrible name.
Shocking name. Absolutely shocking name.
Oh, Nighthawk action right there. Very good. Bully Man taking down Black Bullet. Ghost Marine with a nice double kill there. Jack Matt goes down. Garrison goes down from Cracker there. But a point flip happening. 3 guys from Dyer on the point now. Nice job. Nice little... they kind of just bided their time. Let that point go through. From behind right now, Exoset. He's going to be very dangerous. He gets a nice kill. Cracker gets a kill. And here we go. Cracker gets the double. Wow. All right. So that action
really
we were looking for, we just found it.
Yeah, it's just been hiding on the point.
Yeah, it's been hiding.
Too busy watching the light assaults trading places on the roof.
Like, oh, light assaults. And now we have a very good match. We have a match breaking out now.
Well, Cracker's going huge at the moment. He's on a 4-kill streak, but he finally gets put down.
Yeah, Cracker just went nuts, and that was the only 4 kills he's actually had this entire match. He's at 8 points now. A little bit of a trade here. Yod is going to win that one against Captain Thirsty, and that's going to really help their control on top of that building. JUGA off to a really good start, 28-23 right now. They've got very good point control with just about a minute remaining on the point, so that's a 25-point flip. if you guys all remember correctly. Garrison here coming in. They're going to come in with a couple guys, couple heavies coming around these boxes, these crates, but they're going to get harassed from Yad, who was the trade-in for JUGA. And this guy, as we like to talk about a lot, is kind of the X factor, but he just gets double jackhammered, so...
That's a bit rough, yeah. He didn't know what guns those guys had.
Not a great move on his part, but...
No.
Good old double jackhammer. That never feels good in the morning. Coming in here, we've got their infiltrator from Dire. He's going to look for a couple snipes, but right now, a little bit underwhelming, except for Ghost Marine 101, who's having a phenomenal round with 12 points already. Exocet doing his usual 14 for round 1 shenanigans. 15 seconds left on this point cap, 36 to 25. JUGA's up by a lot right now.
Yeah, I can't see Dire getting in on this point. They're really not pushing for it. They may just be wanting to give it up at this stage.
Yeah, I think they are.
They don't want to hand over points.
It doesn't even seem like Dire was like into this match at all from the very beginning. Tugga taking the point down, 63 to 25, a huge lead, and nothing like the very first match we had here. These two teams.
No, I think they might have poked a bit of a sleeping dragon there. JUGA's come out looking like a completely different team at the moment.
They are. And I think the addition of Yad is the thing that's really helped them. I mean, sometimes, not even just adding like the skill set of a player, but adding sort of the personality of a player can kind of help morale of a team. I mean, you get Yad, who looks like he's just a very tremendous overall player. He kind of gives those guys a sense of security on the roof. So you're now look at Captain Thirsty's score right now. He's at 1 point, as opposed to what? Last round he was at 15 points at this time of the match. So
easily, yeah.
Totally different round here for Dire with Captain Thirsty, who, you know, he was really the guy they were relying on last time, and now they need somebody else to rely on, or else they're going to get smoked. I mean, Ghost Marine 101's doing a good job, but they're still down by over 30 points at the moment.
Yeah, Yod almost is, like you said, he's almost an enabler. He just gives them that security. We know that we have someone that can tangle with their best player and go 1-for-1. He might not win every fight, but he's going to win enough of them that it takes Captain Thirsty away from the fold, enough that you know that a fairy's not going to fall out of the sky and just kill you. So you can do your thing. Exocet can push up. All of these heavies can push up. Newt can get some good snipes off.
Yeah.
He's really just helping them out in that aspect.
And Cracker doing a really good job as kind of that secondary heavy for JUGA right now. With Exocet, of course, being the primary. And here they go, a little bit of a push onto that point. Going down, there was a little bit of a trade there. Ghost Marine actually cleans it up. Nice job there from Ghost Marine. Able to secure the point. And so there's 4 minutes left on the point now. But Helix gets sniped in the back by Newt.
Yeah, that's
rough. He was standing on the point, unfortunately. Cyclone play coming in. Newt's got to move, but and a team kill that might help Dire just a little bit. So nice movement there from Garrison. Actually, he's able to move around enough to force a team kill.
Yeah,
it's like forcing a penalty almost, right?
Yeah, almost. Professional foul, nearly.
Right, he just forces
but in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly. Forces the team kill on the other team. So, interesting strategy there, actually.
Jackhammer coming in. Yeah, no, he was just running around like crazy. It was just very unlucky. You really... That's the sort of situation where on live, you just shoot through the man. Like, it's friend or foe. You don't shoot at someone, you shoot through someone.
Exactly. Somebody gets in your way.
Tunnel vision.
You get that friendly, and you're just like, this guy's in my way. Screw it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what it was. Yod hasn't played that much. Actually, this is his first game in Farmers, so he's not going to be too used to that mindset of sometimes it's better to not take the shot.
Right. So now we have a Scat Max coming in, and this is exactly the play Dire needs to get this point back. It's 3:43 left. One of the big things we have to realize, though, right now, this is JUGA's base. So they can actually spawn here. That's a different angle now. So they can come from so many different sides into this point room that, you know, Dire has to just expect them from all 4 corners of this point room. And that's kind of what they're looking at right now. They've got a guy out here kind of looking in this corridor. They've got a guy out on the other side kind of just peeking the doorways. They've got the Max going kind of back and forth right now in one of these lanes, one of these corridors. And so, I mean, they just, look at this Max right here. Sitting kind of just behind the boxes. He's biding his time. He's not going to make
waiting.
Not going to make any noise, and that's really important You know,
You're right. They may be thinking he's redeployed.
exactly. That's
just
a
by not
really
making
smart
noise.
play. Just a couple of
Don't
clumps.
move.
Yeah, right. Makes a couple of clumps, and now Jugga's like, oh god, they're clumping.
It's still there.
It's still there. It's still standing.
And they're coming in through the back, like you said. They've spawned in at the spawn room. They're coming through this back alleyway. But a bit of a telegraphed move, so Dye knows about it.
Yes, they do. So nice little kill there from Garrison on Jack Mac. We're gonna get a little bit of exchange here. TK going down. That was Daitoku on Black Bullet. Unfortunate. Exoset gets a kill on Captain Thirsty, and now it might be a little bit of an exchange. Newt, nice kill on Garrison. This is tough. This is tough for Dire right now, but they still have that Scat Max alive.
Jagger's coming in. They've got through one of the doors completely unseen.
Look at the Scat Max.
Max
He's
is
just
still there.
He's like waiting to activate.
He's gotta
right
go.
Now. There he goes.
Here he goes.
He's charging in. Here he goes. Gets the first kill with the Matic on the point. He's going to be able to flip that point back to his teammate. And going around the corner here, he's got to be careful.
Oh, there
Doesn't
he goes.
get the kill. He goes down. That's 5 points for Jugga. That's how much a Scat Max costs if you kill it. So nice job there.
Yeah.
Jugga taking him out.
That was a brutal hold.
Yeah, that was a tough hold. A very good push. And the unfortunate TK from Dire is what really set those actions in motion for Jugga. 97-50 over Dire at the moment. Looking
dropping 10
grim.
points just from those two things. The team kill and then losing the max.
Yeah,
That's
that was a
rough.
10-point swing. It could be 97-60 right now. Unfortunately, it is not.
And a few team kills going in this one.
Yeah, you gotta like
Boys
that.
just a little bit jittery.
Yeah.
On both sides.
A little bit of an action going on up here in this two-story building, but cleaning it up easily is Jack Mac and Cracker, and then Cracker again with the double kill on Black Bullet and Helix. Nice job there. He's got 16 points. Exoset at 24. You got Bullyman and Newt both sitting at 10 for Jugga, and of course on Dire. One of the big things I want to point out on the Dire team, look at Captain Thirsty's score. He's got 3 points right now. That is really
rough.
the deal breaker right now for Dire.
It is.
That guy has to perform for them, and if he doesn't, this is why Dire's not succeeding. I mean, it's really just that simple. Captain Thirsty, you know, I mean, this round, this half's almost over, so Captain Thirsty needs to figure it out, figure out what he can do. I mean, he just goes down there easily to Newt, who, I mean, he was playing as an infiltrator. You can't die to an infiltrator up close like that. That's got to be a free kill.
It does, and you wonder whether at this point he knows. I mean, I'm sure he knows his score and his stats, and he knows that he's not doing well. He's probably a little bit shaken at the fact that, you know, he knows he needs to carry.
Yes.
He's the linchpin for these guys, and he's been completely neutralized, if not by Yod, then by someone else. They've just sort of, Jugga's almost just channeled in on him and just said, guys, whatever you do, if you see that light assault, you just put him down.
Yeah, and you look at, I mean, as we were talking about that, Exoset just SAR 42'd him wherever he was. Exoset SAR 42, it looks like he's playing sniper.
Infiltrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must have swapped out, so they might be going double infiltrator now.
You know what? That's actually pretty strong on this map, especially when you have the point and you're outside, like you're not sitting inside. Exoset going double infiltrator was actually a pretty good move. Double infil I've seen on this map, and I've seen some of the North American teams have used that to their advantage. I actually remember a match between AC and Recursion, or it was AC and somebody else on this map, and they actually used the double infiltrator AC did when they had the point, and they just shut the other team down completely. It was absolutely insane to watch.
Yeah, the approaches are pretty long and pretty open, especially for Dire on this side. They don't have that little building that that Jugga would have if the situation was reversed. So they've got to cross some pretty open terrain, and they can shut down a whole lot. It looks like Newt's out by the vehicle terminal, and he's shutting down that angle. You've got to walk in, so you can't stop. You can't stop at those rocks. You've got to keep pushing, and that's going to basically just push you from one predator straight into another.
Right? Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're just finding predators all over the place.
Yeah, it's a bit of a grim situation. Dire situation for Dire.
Right. Yeah, dire situation. There it is. All these predators can't be caught. We have Garrison coming in now. It looks like this is just...
Yod. Oh.
Yod getting the kill on Black Bullet with the Jaguar. using that gun to his advantage. But looks like 24 seconds left in this, and it's just the first half. So Dyer's just got to really shake this off, as Taylor Swift says, and figure out what they're gonna do in this. I can't say that with a straight face. Figure out what they're gonna do in the second half, because right now it's looking pretty grim for Dyer.
Well, they've done it once. They need to do it again.
They
need to come back.
And Tav on point with the timer button this time. So there it is, guys, and that's the half right now. We're actually, that's not the half. That's Ganon's half. There's our half. So looking at these net scores, I mean, except for Daitoku, not great at the moment. So you're kind of looking at Dyer. They need to get themselves in this, and the glaring score for Dyer is Captain Thirsty. He's 4-15, negative 27 net score. That has got to change. It just does. I mean, look at Captain Thirsty last round.
That's insane.
At the end of the first round, he had 25 to 30 points. He was a positive net score. He was basically carrying Dyer. They weren't only down by a point cap at the end of the last game's first round, and now look at him. He's only got 3 points. He needs to pull himself together. And I want to say it's Yad that's shutting it down, but look at Yad. He's only got 13 points. He's 9-6. I mean, that's solid. He's got a net score of 1. But I think the whole team of JUGA combined is shutting down Captain Thirsty at the moment. So
I agree. They've completely channeled in on him, and whether it's conscious or just maybe this map doesn't really suit how Captain Thirsty plays, but he is complete chalk and cheese from that last match. That last match, he was, even in a losing round, he was 15-15 after that first round. 0 net score. They lost that round, and he was still able to come out with a 0 net score. And then he went big in the second round. This round, negative 27, that is a huge, huge hole that he's dug himself into. That's what you would expect from, and these teams do. They obviously got their pecking orders of the players that they expect to do well. That's your worst player on a bad day.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that's your worst of the worst. That's like Disillusion playing for AC, just terrible. And you want this guy to be absolutely at the top. So it's unfortunate. So Dyer has to turn this around. I mean, do you think they can in the second half? Do you think there's a chance for them? They're going to have a little bit of a better spawn in the second round. So maybe they can use that to their advantage, get down into that room, and just hold on to it.
I don't know. I really don't. That's a huge, huge score difference to try and make up. They've they've basically doubled their score. Like, that's what we're talking about here. They've got to come out and score 150% of the points that they should score to even it up. They've got to get the point, they've got to capture the point, and then they've got to absolutely punish JUGA really, really, really hard as far as kills are concerned. And I don't know if having a little bit better of a spawn is going to be enough to do that. I think that they're a little bit frazzled, and I think for them, what they need to do is just not get too carried away. If they lose this round, there's still a third map. We'll go to a tiebreaker. You can pick it up there and make the changes you need to do. But I really don't know. I think that JUGA has stamped it that hard in that first half that I really can't see a comeback on.
It's a devastating first half. It really is. I mean, it's tough right now if you're Dyer because, yes, you do have that game advantage, right? So you can afford to lose this match, but at the same time, you just don't want to lose this match, right? Like, you lose it and you're like, shoot, now everything's on the line, right, for the next match for Pale Canyon. So it's like, this could be a bad map for Dyer. There's a lot of questions you have there, right? Like, Dyer could not they just may not be the right team for this map. Maybe Pale Canyon's going to suit them a little bit better. You never know. I mean, I know that, some of the North American teams play on certain maps. I'm sure some of the Briggs League players are, a little bit better on certain maps too. And that just could be it. I mean, to be honest, as simple as it gets right there.
That's right.
So, Dyer, in dire straits, with a minute to go until the second half starts. I'm going to go over and watch their start from this Sunday. And do you think this is a little bit better of a spawn for them? I mean, I think it's a more direct line to the point. To those inside corridors.
Yeah.
It's a little more covered too because it's got a couple buildings in the way. I think that Dyer will have a little bit better time getting themselves positioned the way they want to on this side. So that's the beauty of switching sides at halftime.
It is.
Yeah.
They'll get a lot more cover going in, and they won't be in the position they were in that last round where they could just get picked off on that open thing, on that open road. Sorry.
Right.
So it's probably going to be in their favor that if they do get the point, they do capture it, they should be able to wind back the kills.
And here we go. Starting it off, we're going to watch our timer.
Max
Hopefully.
coming.
There it goes. There's the Max,
Thirsty
too.
and a Max.
All right, I like this. Captain Thirsty heard what I said at halftime, and he's like, I don't want to be aligned with Disillusion, so I got to get good now. It's Max time. Here we go. They're
Got to
just
get good
say,
and get a Max suit.
yeah, right. He pulled some skill.
Definitely. I mean,
here
it's
they
not
go.
easy to click that button.
A vastly different start here from Dire. They're saying, yeah, we're going to go straight to this point. And here they
JUGA
go.
not even trying.
No, JUGA's like, you know
Rightfully
what?
so.
Let's hold back on these guys. Maybe they heard the Max, maybe they heard the clomping or spotted him early, but either way, that Max is going to be stomping around like crazy right now. He's got to get him, and look at that. Nice double kill there. Ghost Marine and Black Bullet getting the early kills for Dire.
A chain gun pull there from Cracker. So.
I like that. I like that style. The good old
I guess
chain
it's
gun.
either shotgun or chain gun. I know Chris
Right?
pulled Control Chris pulled a chain gun on this map against the 5th column, so
Yeah.
second chain gun.
I like it. Good style. Style points on that one. And this Max is ooh, goes down to the ML7 Exoset. What
That's
a
brutal.
shot from Exoset. He's got 37 points now for JUGA. That sucks for Captain Thirsty. Going down, and he's still only got 3 points. He didn't even pick up a kill. That Max wasn't worth anything for Dire, unfortunately.
Exocet man-moded it in there. I mean,
He
he
did.
was
He's like,
surrounded by people. He had one objective, was
Yeah.
to kill that Max, and he did it.
And if he's like, if I die, who cares? I get 5 points, and I only lose 2 to them. So nice trade-off from Exoset, playing the smart play, getting that Max down, and now we're gonna see those EMP grenades are actually going off on the roof right now because they do go through walls. So if you see some of those spawn beacons, or not spawn beacons, but those motion spotters down, that's what's going on right now with those EMP grenades. It's a little metagame that infiltrators play back and forth, is just shooting those or throwing those EMP grenades at the other infiltrators' motion spotters.
We had Thirsty and Yod trading on the roof of the 2-story. So they're still going tit for tat at the moment, both coming back.
Get a little bit of an exchange here. Nothing much. We're probably going to be waiting for that 2-minute mark again like we did on the last half until this thing happens. Captain Thirsty finally lighting up the lamp. Look at that.
Thirsty time.
Thirsty says, what's up? He gets the quad kill coming in behind.
Wow.
There's Captain Thirsty. That's the guy we've all been waiting for. 11 points now. He goes from 3 to 11 with a beautiful quad kill.
God.
That's what he needed to get his game back under control. 146 left. That push from JUGA just got completely shut down by Captain Thirsty alone. So there's the player we saw last game, right? He's
That's
back.
it. That was a great play. Great individual play. He knew that JUGA were engaging his friendlies on that point, come around behind him, and just absolutely tore them apart.
I feel like his little brother or something got on for him last round and was like, "Can I try a match or something like that?" He's like, "Sure." Just the confidence coming out of Captain Thirsty here. I love it. Couple of rockets
The JUGA
going
push
off.
coming.
Yeah, they're gonna try for it. Some grenades were going off before. We're gonna see what's about to happen. A double kill there. ML7 and an MSW. Wow, a triple kill there. That's not good. For quad kill now, and it's all over. That push was beautiful from JUGA. Getting the point.
Yeah, textbook push on that one.
Yes, it was. A lot of grenades going off, a lot of action, and I think Captain Thirsty needs to be careful here because he's all alone. There he goes. He gets into the building. We're not going to see him die this time. Thirsty going to do some battling. He's got to hear that infiltrator in there too from JUGA.
Wexerset getting a bit aggressive.
Yes, he is. I mean, Exoset,
Punished for it.
Yeah, I mean, Exoset knows the score right now, so he knows he can be a little bit aggressive. He knows that he can try to go for a couple more kills. I mean, that incredible kill that he had against that Max really was amazing.
That's right. It sort of set the tone, didn't it? It was the way that JUGA's going to play this map. They're going to be in Dire's face at all
Yes.
times.
Yes, they
You got
are.
Cracker. But, oh no, Jack Max pulled out the mini chain gun.
Yeah, mini chain gun,
Jeez.
Jack Max, I love it. Good old mini chain gun. Here we go, 157 left on this point cap. We got 10 minutes left, 158 to 94. JUGA up by a decent score here, decent margin, about 60 points. Huge deficit. Dire needs to do something big to make this up if they're going to be in this game at all. What a snipe! Wow. Nuke gets taken down hard by Daitoku, and that's a double kill exchange there. We're going to see actually Dire, they're going to be coming in from this other side. This might be a good move here for them to come in, because I don't think JUGA's not even looking.
They aren't. They've caught him unaware. Ooh,
Here we go, the jackhammer attempt from far. Ooh, wow, the
Doesn't
shotgun
go off.
duel, but the Sasser gets him.
Yeah, Daitoku cleaned that one up. And
Yes,
luckily,
he did.
if he had stayed up, there could have been a little bit of trouble for Dire.
But this push is now known about for JUGA, so Dire in the point, but how long will it last? The shotgun going down, Exocet getting the nice MSW kill. One infiltrator is left now on the point, and he's probably going to go down
Solid hold.
easily with the mini chain gun from Jack Mac.
Love that chain gun.
And now Dire, wow, nice shot there from Newt on Garrison, taking him out easily, 174 to 100. Huge score differential now, JUGA. And if they get this point, I dare say this map might be all but wrapped up.
I think we're done, yeah. I think Dire has to get this point. If this goes over to them, it's going to be too much. Even though they get more points, if they can manage to re-secure it, the control that they're going to lose by losing that spawn room, they're not going to be able to recapture this base.
No, they're not. So, unfortunately, yeah, Dire just not having a great round this one, not having a great game. I think a lot of it has come from Yod's arrival, but, you know, just in general, it doesn't seem like this is really Captain Thirsty's map at all. I mean, he had that one marvelous play that we did just get to see, but other than that, it's been pretty subdued play from him. And Captain Thirsty, look where he is right now. He's like 10 miles away from the point.
That says it all, doesn't it? He doesn't
Right.
even want to get close.
He's like,
he's got
nah.
a Cyclone too, so he's not got any range on that gun.
No.
And he's just standing at an extreme range.
I'm just kind of watching him. He might get the kill here on the infiltrator. He actually doesn't, and goes
Yod.
down. There's the point
Pipping him in the
cap.
back.
109 point lead now for JUGA, and Dire only with 100 points. That's actually a very low score no matter what team you are in a Farmers League match. And this is actually generally a little bit more high scoring map too. So kind of low scores coming in here, but you do expect it from these two teams. They are very, very tight. They're close. This map does not say so, but last map definitely did say something about how close these teams were. And really, I mean, is this the result of the Yod switch?
I think a bit of both. It's got to be. I mean, Yod making a huge play. He, like we said at the start, he is a great player. There's no doubt about that. But I just don't think I don't feel like this is Dire's map. They haven't looked convincing at all. They've been able to shoot people. That's fine. The problem isn't with their skill. It's just with their approach and everything that's ancillary to a first-person shooter. You still have to control that objective. And they haven't had a good strategy or a good enough strategy to be able to do that. Whereas JUGA's has been completely flawless pretty much throughout.
Yeah, JUGA's played very well on this map. And this is the JUGA, I mean, you were kind of talking about, the one that they're second seeded after the season. And, you know, they only lost once. They lost to Gab. And, you know, they're coming into this so confident. And, you know, losing that first game, you almost think you're like, oh, no, like JUGA might... They might have some trouble here, just, you know, with some confidence issues, but they didn't. They just said, you know what, screw it, we're going to make a little bit of a sub, we're going to come back, and we're going to come back strong, and they have.
Yeah, and that's tough to do, too, losing a match, and a match that they would have expected to win. They've beaten Dire every time they've played them. It's been close, but they have won. So they would have been expecting to win that match. The fact that they didn't is probably shaking their nerves, and to come out and put up a score and a really convincing performance like this speaks volume for I guess just the team spirit. You know, that was a one-off. We lost. That's fine, but that's the blip. Next time we're going to show them how we play. Right.
It's that ability to rally, and that's what they've done a very, very good job of in this tournament, or not this tournament, but this this series so far. So looking at this will probably end in JUGA's favor. And as we kind of start talking about possibly that, obviously the last round here, the last match is going to be on Pale Canyon Chemical. Do you think? Wow, nice shot there from Newt. Do you think there's going to be an advantage for either team? I mean, which team do you think could be very, very good at Pale Canyon, or from what maybe you've even seen throughout the season?
I really think that both teams are going to be pretty good, and it's going to come down again to that Yod Captain Thirsty matchup. Pale Canyon has a lot of cover for light assaults to just dink around, hide behind. There's turrets everywhere. There's 3-story buildings on either side, and you can control the point by just getting up on the walls next to the point and shoot down on it, kill the man, jump on the point, cap the point, nick off, and get back to your team. So I think that matchup's going to... If we see the same thing here where Captain Thirsty is shut down as hard as he is, I think Jugga's got the advantage. And after a really, really hard win, which this will be this round, I think that they're going to have they're just going to be really riled up and really want to go, okay, one more, let's fucking send these guys home.
Right. Yeah, so JUGA going to be going into the next match with a lot of confidence. Do you think there's going to be any sort of substitutions that Dire could possibly make? I mean, I don't know what the availability of their guys is, of course. You never really know in terms of these farmers matches, but do you think they're going to, make a sub, make some sort of a exchange of players that JUGA made, for Yod? I mean, is there something that they could possibly do here?
I really don't see anyone on their roster that could probably turn this around. I think it's internal. You need Captain Thirsty there. I mean, he had a bad game.
Right.
But if you're looking at pure score, he's the one you replace, right? But
right, yeah.
He's not the one that you can replace because you know what he can do if he's on point. I don't know. I really don't think that they have a sub there that they can put in. They've got names on that list that haven't played that would probably be better players, but they just haven't been available.
Right.
You've really only got sort of 60 seconds that you can plug in, or Motherlands if he's available. Now, Motherlands, I'm 90% sure he's not available, but if he was there, he'd be my pick. But I don't know who you sub out.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for Dire. So we'll see what happens at halftime or at the next intermission in about 3 minutes after this second half comes to a close. With JUGA will be moving to a 1-1. And this is going to be all for everything, for all the marbles on Pale Canyon. This is going to be going for getting a berth into the championship game for the Farmers League Briggs. And
regardless, though, that's what we wanted, wasn't it? Really, at the end of the day, however we got there, we wanted that third map. We wanted it to be close.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That best of map. So
that's it. Championship map.
Oh my goodness, right? And that's kind of what you're hoping for in the grand finals too. Is that 3 for? I hear Gab is extremely good, but obviously this JUGA team very, very good as well. And of course Dire. I mean, this is anybody's game still, or anybody's match.
Yeah, the 4 guys that finished the season at the top really, really closely matched, and they all sort of know each other as well. I mean, Briggs being a small server, everyone played. Like, for example, Yod sits in Gab Mumble with us 90% of the time and just hangs around with us and plays with us. So do a lot of these guys. Exocet comes in. All of these guys, we sort of intermingle and it's a bit incestuous. So we all know each other and we all poke fun at each other, and it's really close. But the skill level between these players is not that great. It really only takes one person to I don't know, eat a hearty breakfast and be really on point, and it's just going to swing the whole thing in your favor.
Right, absolutely. Well, that's a very, very good point you make there, and it's actually somewhat true a lot for the North American teams as well. Like, very, between us, especially a few of them, as you said, a little bit incestuous. A lot of them play together quite often. Some don't. Some are kind of off on their own, but I would say for the most part they do hang out in each other's mumbles, team speaks, everything like that, and kind of play matches, play little test scrims with each other all the time, and we make fun of each other. And I like that part of the community that you guys have, and I understand that is it Gab that's made a few pretty funny videos.
Oh mate, everyone. It's been back and forth. There's Dire and JUGA videos. There's RSNC and Gab video, and there'll be more.
Oh, I'm sure there will.
Especially the finals week, there will be a ton of propaganda videos made.
I love it. So that's going to be the hype kind of leading into the finals for
That's
Farmers League. And I'm really really happy that this could be cast, that I could cast this, and also that of course that this can be shown at a time that North Americans can watch this. So that's also really cool too. That it's started at 8 p.m. Our time, and about 1 p.m. your time, and that's just perfect. So it's
Yeah.
nice to kind of just broaden the audience to this absolute spectacle of a tournament, because I've kind of been tuning into some of you guys' video and your propaganda and just a lot of that kind of stuff, and just been laughing and been like, I can't believe this community is so fantastic. So here we go, 277, 279 to 144, and there's the end of the second half and the second game. What an absolutely fantastic performance from JUGA, making that swap at halftime and taking it down. So there's Wocook. I mean, Captain Thirsty, man, needs to get hungry, because 10 and 26 is not the score you want after a match. So
No,
yeah,
absolutely not.
no, absolutely not. So that's what we've got for you now. Again, we're going to take a little bit of an intermission, and we will be back very shortly, about 10 minutes again. So see you guys soon.